What's up, gang? What's up, gang at a 161? What's going on, everybody? Hope you're all doing well. Happy Wednesday night. Hump day is over. Who do we got here? DMC 357. Backstage is here. Gardner, I mean, he said he wants to play this year and he would like to play for the Yankees, but the Yankees haven't done anything yet. Toronto reached out to him today about signing him, so we'll see what happens there. But they have a clear competitor now for his services. But I think it's at this point be wise for the Yankees to move on, but I get the sentimental value for some. So he's not a J yet, Nixter, but they reached out to him. They want to sign him. Michael Shin's here. Let me do a roll call quickly. Fernando's here. Paul Phone. What's up? Eva Runson's in the house. Kyle Gibbs. Udall. The man is here. The man is here. Tyler T. What's happened, man? Christopher Woods. The gang is here. We're a couple minutes early, so other guys and gals will be filtering in as we go. But who else we got? Steezy Bra. I like that name, man. I'm not sure. I think he might have said that, Steezy, but now he said he wants to play one more year or so, and he said he's open to playing elsewhere, but his preference would be to stay with the Yankees. So maybe it's an attempt to push the Yankees, but I really don't know. I mean, at this point, I think they need to upgrade, and Ender Inciarte has a good shot at winning that spot, but we'll see. I don't know what's going to happen, but obviously I'll put out a video once we have some more insight or intel on Brett Gardner and all the other stuff as well, the other folks. Jason Lung's in the house. So that's what we know right now, folks. Like Michael said, the Blue Jays are showing interest and they'd like to sign him, but he's clearly waiting for the Yankees to bring him back. So he's been a Yankee his whole entire career. So I get it. Take a minor league deal. Yeah, I mean, that's a minor league coaching gig. The Yankees are I think he'd be a solid coach. I really do. I do. And obviously, I think he should eventually get into Monument Park. I don't know about retiring his number, but Monument Park, yes. 15 years with the Yankees. So that says a lot. Yankee by nature is here. He was better in the second half. He did start. He was a very slow starter. The Yankees are notoriously slow starters. I mean, that's why I was happy to see them tonight. Tonight was the Yankees that I know and love. I mean, if you didn't see them, Stanton hit a bomb. Gleyber Torres, DJ, the pitching was good. It was just a clean win. They had a lot of sloppy, ugly losses, but tonight was a clean win. And they needed that. They really, really did. And, and to me, when Stanton and Gleyber Torres are hitting well to the opposite field, then these guys are locked in. And the thing with Gleyber Torres is, he was, tried to be a home run guy, but he's better when he's hitting singles and doubles and just making good contact. And on occasion, if he gets 15, 20 home runs, great. But when he's not trying to hit him, I think he's when he's at his best. So it's nice to see him hitting. It's nice to see DJ hitting. It's nice to see the guys that have had down years, hopefully resurrect themselves a little bit this year. So Judge, what I think Andujar gets moved, Lorenzo, probably in the next couple of days, I'm guessing. So and maybe just for a prospect or something, just for some salary relief, a couple million. So the 2 extra spots. So they're at April. I'm guessing they're going to be pitchers, Robert, and they probably should be because the pitchers need a longer ramp up period than the offensive players do. And this gives them a chance to add 2 guys and give it a little bit more depth and ease guys like Tyone and Cole and the rest of them into the year. So they're not having to do too much too soon. So, and risk getting injury. So Joey and Nelly, what's good? Marcel's in the house. Anthony 527's here. Backstage, I did not hear Stanton's interview. What did he say? We can have a huge move tonight. Does he know something? What did he say? I was putting my daughters to bed, so I didn't see that. But let me know backstage. I appreciate that, Nelson. Thank you. Yeah, Dave, he looked good. I mean, I haven't seen him look good in such a long time, Tyler. So it was kind of nice, Yeah, and there's no limit on the amount of pitchers, Christopher Woods, that they can carry with this new provision moving on. And the 28 is going to be at least through April. So they get at least that month of additional padding. So that it makes me feel better, that's for sure. But they still need another starting pitcher one way or another. Seems moves are coming. Sean, so you and backstage seem to know something. Give us some intel, man. Give us some intel. Yeah, and I did hear Taco Nacho that the A's are not inclined to trade now Montez or Manea. It sounds as if they're leaning towards keeping them. I did see that this evening. So, but you never know. If you get an offer they can't refuse, then they'll take it. Just like any other team would. Now, pitcher and a position player. So you and I, Mazza, were talking about that, Tyler. Position player could be a catcher. I mean, with the A's, their number one prospect was Tyler Soderstrom, catcher. Now their number two prospect is Shea Langoliers, who they got in the Matt Olson trade with the Braves. He's the number two prospect. So the first two prospects are catchers. The top two prospects are catchers. And they already have Sean Murphy, who's got 4 years left. He got 1 pre-RB and 3 RBs before free agency. So they got a lot of tradable, valuable assets there. So I would be going hard after one of those catchers. So, but again, like we said too, Wilson Contreras will cost less than any of those A's catchers, and I would be fine getting him as well. So, now Derek from the recap said that. I'm going to take a look at his video too and see what he said. I'll take a look. Yeah, Lorenzo, they reached out to the Cubs already to see what it would take to get Wilson Contreras. So, and but it's encouraging to know, and I trust Derek. Derek is he always gives good intel. So, and he knows his stuff. So it makes me happier to hear that the Yankees are still engaged in making some moves, because I do think they need to make a couple of moves, at least a pitcher. So the next move I think they make, Mazda, is probably a catcher. It sounds as if they're taking a little bit longer to do a pitcher, but I at the end of the day, one pitcher, one catcher, I'd be happy with. I really would. I think if Judge gets extended now, the 2022 season will count as the first season. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, it might, Christopher. I mean, they're still haggling between his arbitration number. So the Yankees came in at $17 million. He wants 21. So it might start this year, might start next year. It really depends on what this extension is. So it's going to be, but I'm also hearing that Eric Adams, who's the mayor of New York City, is apparently going to make a significant announcement tomorrow about the vaccine mandate. So they may have come up with an exception to let players play. But I also heard that, and I hope this isn't true, but he got some big money donations from Steve Cohen from the Mets and some Yankees people, and I don't like that stuff, basically being bought off if that's the case. But either way, and I'll reserve judgment until I get more information. But it sounds he's going to be making a big announcement tomorrow regarding the vaccine, the private sector, mandate and blah, blah, and how it's going to affect the players. So I will be looking out for that. I will put out a video once I get the intel on that too. So, Jorge Alfaro, yeah, he's solid. Stanton and Cole both hinted at more moves coming. Well, that's good. I did see Cole being interviewed. I was putting my daughters to bed tonight, so I didn't see the details, but I love that. Josh One Day, thank you so much for the generous super chat, man. I appreciate it. Sending love right back to you, man. Love right back to you, bro. I appreciate that, man. I appreciate anybody that gives super chats, man. You're all very generous with your super chats and your time here hanging out with me. Give us an announcement. What do you think of Cameron? I like Cameron. Cameron's delivery is good. He flows really well with Michael Kay and some of the other guys. And he gives a different perspective that you don't really get. So I like that. I like Cameron Maben. He's a good get. He really was. Yeah, well, GM Turco right now, no. I mean, the A's GM and some of the A's people said today that they're leaning towards keeping the pitchers now. So I don't know. They might. It could be just a push to get them to up their price. So, Drunk Hispanic. I don't think they're going to finish fourth place. I don't understand why so many people say that, but this is almost like one person said it and it's just spreading around everywhere. I don't see them finishing fourth place. They're better than that. Welcome to politics. Yeah, it's definitely politics, David Cohen. No doubt about it. Yeah, Levine. Yeah, I know. It's all about money. It's all about money. He just got apparently it's like $5 million in his coffer. So he's already got a nest egg for his next reelection. He's only been mayor for like a month. So, but whatever. He's going to get some pushback on that. So, and he's going to get some pushback. I'm not sure if it's officially lifted yet. I know he's making an announcement on it tomorrow, so he could have preemptively done it, but we'll see. Ben Weiner, what's good, Ben? How you doing? And judge extension, and they need to do judge extension, and it's got to be. I mean, what are your takes? I said 6 to 7 years, 30 to 35 million per for the extension. What are you seeing? I could see a team going 8 or 9 years for him. So if the Yankees lowball him at like a 5-year offer, I think he's going to say no. I think the floor is going to have to be 6 years. What do you guys think? Yeah, it's supposed to be lifted tomorrow. That's what I'm hearing. So, yeah, it'll affect Yankees, Mets players, and it'll affect Kyrie Irving. Everybody on the Knicks is vaccinated, so it doesn't really affect them. So they're in the clear already. 6'10", 210. Yes, what they're 35 per 7, 200. And I think it's gonna be right around here. So, Udall, yeah, man, yeah, I'm vaccinated and boosted, so I have to be. I got 2 young kids who are not old enough to be vaccinated yet. No. He doesn't sign the extension before. Yeah, what Judge said, yeah. He said that it's pretty much a deadline, or essentially a deadline. He's not going to discuss an extension during the season. So they have until, essentially the last day of spring training or life or so. But I would ship him only if they offer an extension and he says no. That's the only scenario where I trade him. Who would lead off in this lineup? John Dealey. Personally, I would lead off kind of Falefa and bet DJ second. Personally. And then the heavy-duty bats right behind them. I want my 2 contact hitters up at top. Kind of Falefa's got speed. He's stolen 20-plus bags a year, so I want that up top. Hola, there he is. What's good, man? 6 years, 227. Fried. I like front-loaded. Front load's actually a pretty good idea. Without the A's pitchers, I mean, I mentioned a couple guys yesterday in the video. Pitch from Atlanta, pitch from Pittsburgh. The options are less without those guys. So Luis Castillo is presumably off the market because that's what the GM of the Reds said. But I don't know. I mean, that could change, obviously. So Knicks won again. Nice. The Knicks have been playing better lately. Oh, Doodle. They have. So Joey and L, yeah, they have to come right out the gate with a good extension offer. And if he says no, then it's got to be it can't be a low ball offer where he's going to turn it down just for the sake of saving face. But this guy's the franchise player, right? And he brings in merch. He does a lot of things. He's a homegrown kid, so you got to take care of your homegrown kids. IKF is terrible. 171 hits, man. He's got more hits than anybody on the team coming right in. So that matters too. You have guys that'll drive him in below him, and you have a guy with better OBP right behind him. And again, with his speed up top, it's the difference between leading somebody off that's fast, leading somebody off who's slow. Let's just say he gets on with a walk or a single, and DJ hits a double. The chances of him scoring are really good. Whereas if you lead off DJ and he gets a walk or a single, he's at first, and kind of Falefa, someone else hits a double, DJ probably stays at third because he can't run. So the chances of the team scoring a run with him on top is greater than with most of the other guys because he's fast. So, and that's a kind of another intangible tied to the OBP that I think will be good. And again, he's going to be surrounded by a much better lineup now. So I do see his on-base percentage going up as well. So if that makes sense, he'll definitely improve his walk rate. A lot of the guys are going to improve their walk rates, I think. Walk rates with Dylan Lawson kind of philosophy. They're going to be much more disciplined hitter. I get what you're saying, Joe Neal, but I personally bet Gallo 7th. What do I think will happen with Judge's arbitration? So they're either going to come to an agreement where this year is the first year, and somebody already said that earlier. This 2020 will be the first year of the extension, or they'll come to some kind of agreement and the extension will start after 2022. So, that's my guess. 7 years, 240. Yeah, it's probably been 35 plus. you know. So if Mane or Montez are no good, what I turn my attention to? Some pitching prospects. I would. I mean, I'm guessing he's contacting a bunch of other teams. He could wind up making a trade with a team and acquiring a pitcher that we haven't even been thinking of. He has a tendency to do that. So, that to me is good. Big boy. That's pretty much what I'm thinking. Kind of left for first, DJ second, Judge third, Stanton. Or I would put. Well, I'd probably put this. I would make a slight adjustment. I would put Judge third and either Donaldson fourth or Rizzo fourth, but probably Donaldson. And then Stanton fifth, Rizzo sixth. Or what I would do is put Rizzo fourth, right? And then you'd have Stanton fifth, Donaldson sixth, and then the last three, Gallo, Hicks, and Higgy. That's essentially what I would do too. That's what I would do, Big Boy. So we're very similar lineup. And I like this infusing some of the lefty guys in there when you can. So. And this lineup only has, only a couple lefties. So I want to kind of have some kind of balance. But, I think Gallo fits best at the bottom third of the lineup. And I think kind of left is better suited at the top of this lineup. A different lineup, a different, roster could be different. But I saw Judge's hustle. I saw a lot. I saw a lot. I saw Gleyber Torres has been getting a lot of hits too, which is a good sign. He's hitting like almost 700. And I saw the opposite field home run, which is a good one too. So Quinn, 7 years, 142. Personally, if you could get him for that, you have to. But I think his floor is going to be 200. I don't think he's going to get anything less than 200 million. Judge, I would be shocked if he got less than that. I really would. We got Lance Lynn. It could be, Big Boy. Well, he's got to do something. Yeah, we're hearing that the A's are leaning towards holding both pitchers, Chris. Yes, but again, so that could change. That could change. Dave White, if she allowed me to, I would. She won't allow me to. Unless I'm making $1 million a year. She's not going to allow me to do that. But I could. I really could. Especially with you guys. Judge is definitely dangerous if he leaves Jason Lang. And again, the only scenario that you trade him is if he turns down an extension, because you have to get value back for him. If he walks, you get nothing. Qualifying offer, gone. You get nothing. So that's why if he turns down the offer, you trade him immediately and you get a bunch of prospects. And again, he's going to get a haul back in prospects. So that's when you can get pitching and positional prospects and things like that. And it would suck short term. Believe me, if that would be a blow to the team, but it leaves them no choice if he turns down a good extension. If he wants to go out try to get 300, 3 bills or whatever, it's his right to do it. Let him do it. He's earned the right to do it. He definitely has. So, and DJ had a nice home run tonight, man. He looks good too. And it's good to see him. He's hitting better. His swings looks better. His body posture looks better. So it looks like he's recovering well from his hernia surgery. So, which is one of the things that slowed him down and hampered him last year. So, by the way, guys, if you don't mind, hit the like button. I want to get them likes up. We got 235 people in here, so I'm going to try to get them up to 200 if we can in the next 10, 15 minutes. If you don't mind, I appreciate it, guys and gals. Rangers spent $580 million. Yeah, the Rangers went crazy. Nixter. And they might not even be done, man. They might not. A's might be trying to get a better deal by saying, yeah, that's what my guess too is, Smartel. They'll say that we're not interested in to get somebody to kind of bite and then pay a little bit more because they got a lot for Donaldson. They got a lot for Chapman. They got a ton for Olsen. So, in separate trades, moving Minaya one place and moving Montez another place, they can just restock the whole farm. If you look at their top farm prospects now, you look at their top 15, 6 of them came in these 2 trades. 5 of them came in these 2 trades. It's crazy. So, to me, Edwin, and my cap is 7 years for Judge. It really, really is. I'm not comfortable going beyond 7 years for Aaron Judge. So, Jason Long, you bouncing, man. Have a great night, man. Backstage is out. Buddy, thanks so much. Have a great night, man. School's first, buddy. So go get him, man. Don't make mom upset. So have a good day, bud. Thanks again. His track record is not from that playing exactly 255. And this is why it's so dicey for this extension, because he has not put 2 consecutive healthy full seasons in a row. So it makes it really, really hard to decide what type of extension. Obviously his skill levels at the very top. He's one of the best in the game when he's healthy. And there's no denying that. But it's hard because he hasn't, again, he hasn't put 2 consecutive healthy seasons in a row. And that is a concern. It's a concern. And his body type, he's big. He's a big dude, so he might not age that well in the latter part of the years of his contract. Just like Stanton, these guys are big dudes, man. Big dudes. Will Rizzo play at home? As far as I know, Mr. Cool Rocks, they're going to be making an announcement tomorrow about the vaccine mandate, the mayor of New York City. So it sounds as if they're going to get a special exemption for the teams, so that it'll Kyrie Irving, the Mets, the Yankees. So we'll stay tuned. Once that announcement comes out, I will be putting out a video with all the details. So stay tuned. If you're not subscribed, make sure you do that, and I'll definitely take care of the details on that. So one way or another, you're going to find out. Gallo looked better, big boy. Yeah, he looked smoother. He looked more confident. And again, I think most of us can agree. A full season with the Yankees, a full spring is much better than being thrown to the wolves here in midseason. So I think he's gonna have a better year, but he still has to cut down on the strikeouts, maybe increase his walks. I mean, those 2 things alone will, in itself, really, really help his overall performance. But yeah, I think kind of Fleff and DJ at the top 1-2 is probably the best 1-2 that the Yankees currently have that could put out there. John Butts, what's happening, man? Yeah, Judge is. I mean, he's a very profitable piece of this enterprise, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. How good are Joe Rocco 97? They're good, man. The Blue Jays frighten me. And it was mostly a break even, in my opinion, for the offseason. But you have a healthy George Springer now, and which is going to make them better. And bringing in some of the guys, Matt Chapman improved. They're going to improve their infield defense. So they brought in Kikuchi. They brought in Kevin Gausman. Coming from the National League. They did lose Simeon. They did lose Robbie Ray, but they brought in enough depth to, I think, withstand that. So they're to me the favorites in the American League East. Personally, they're good. They are good. They're gonna be good for a while too. They got a young nucleus. So, Jeter's made some bad choices. I know he offloaded. He offloaded quite a few, big ticket guys. So. And he was bringing in some guys. They did a good job at boosting that pitching stockpile over there, that's for sure. So, but I think we're finishing in the East, second or third, no worse than that. Cole Hamels. My wife was telling me that today because she's a Phillies fan, and she said, they keep bringing Cole Hamels. And I don't know about that one. 10 years ago, Cole Hamels, yeah, but now, if you bring him in, fine, but he can't be the only guy that they bring in. They need to bring a legitimate number 2, a legitimate frontline guy to put up there. So, how many home runs do I see? Oh, man, I see a decent amount. I see Gallo, I see Stanton, I see Judge. At the very least, those 3 guys over 30, between 30 and 40. Donaldson probably up there too. 200 plus, that's for sure. I don't see them getting under 200. So I think they're going to be better than certain people are giving them credit for. I don't buy the 4th place thing. Jeter's out now. He wanted Marte. He wanted Nick Castellanos, and apparently he was led to believe that they were going to do that, and then they decided they didn't. And he severed ties with the Marlins. But again, he's maybe he'll come back. It would be nice to take a free agent position with the Yankees. So that would be nice. Have him come back home. Randy, I'm not a Jersey guy. I'm a New York guy. New York all the way, baby. New York City. 1 Toronto, Tampa. Probably something like that. GLJ Rocco, probably something like that. It's a crapshoot. The league is deep. So it's going to be, it can go, the order can be just like the NL East. It's a juggernaut too. I mean, it's going to go, probably a rotating order the next couple of years because the teams are so good. So pitchers, I mean, if it was any way they can get like a Corbin Burns or one of those Milwaukee Brewers pitchers, I mean, it's going to cost a ton, but be nice. Be nice. That's funny, man. Yeah, exactly. Hamels is not my first choice. It's a good one, that plan. Yeah, they did have a good game tonight. It was more representative of the Yankees that we know. And again, they always start slow in spring training, always. So, and for the most part during the regular season too. Have Jeter. Yeah, Jeter could be good, man. Definitely number 2. Yes, we do. I believe Toronto and Tampa will finish in front of us. Very could be. Or life. I mean, the Yankees could essentially win the division too. We just don't know. That's the thing. So, Shane Bieber would be nice too. Tyler Talbot, thank you very much, man. The generous super chat, bro. Yankees get Contreras and Hendricks for Florial, Schmidt, Chad Green, and Vargas. Brendan Beck. If you could get those 2 for that package, I mean, it would stink to get rid of Chad Green, but they have enough to withstand that loss. And then you're getting a frontline pitcher and a good catcher. Yeah, it's probably a representative package. I like that trade, actually. That's a good one. And again, thank you for the super chat, bro. I appreciate that, man. Very, very generous, man. Thank you. That's a solid trade, Tyler. And now to me, it seems like the favorite in the trade for the Yankees is probably the Cubs. It's probably the Cubs. And I don't know that they would move Hendricks. Because it seems like they're trying to add pitching there, but Contreras at the very least is going to be the target. So no doubt about that. And they've already reached out. So who knows what they're talking. Cashman he pulls rabbits out of his sleeves all the time. So we get Castillo, Montez, and Contreras. I'm going to get Luden. If they got all 3 of those, that would be pretty phenomenal. Proposed trade. New York gives Judge, Dominguez, Peraza, and Davey Garcia for Juan Soto. Oof. Schmidt. Judge, Dominguez, Peraza, Davey for Juan Soto. That's actually not bad. We can get Juan Soto here, man. It's a franchise-altering trade. I mean, I think the Nationals would have to lock up Judge as part of the deal. So, but that's not bad, Chris. Not bad at all. But thank you again, Tyler, man. I appreciate it. How many wins? I'm going to say between 92 and 95 wins for the Yankees. So, Volpe and Peraza, yeah, they can compete with each other. They're still on the way up. Yeah, it's Soto. It sounds as if he wants out of DC. So, breaking news: Jacoby Ellsbury signed with Yankees. Center field insurance 20. Imagine that, Christopher. Yeah, Volpe's got a good arm and he's got a good, scoop to release the throw. He's got good transitional skill too when he gets the ball. So, walk penalty. Yeah, I mean, there's still a chance, but I mean, I would not do it for Gardner personally. I would not. So, Padres not too happy with Blake Snell. Would you take him in the trade? Yeah, I would. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many years of control he has left. Let's have a look here. Blake Snell contract. Let's have a look. Blake Snell contract. Let's take a look. Contract details. He signed a 5-year, $50 million contract. Let's see what Snell coming back to the American League East would be kind of nice. Here we go. His contract. He's a free agent in 2024. So you got 2 more years, $12.5 million and $16 million. When he's solid, when he's healthy. So I mean, you'd have to give up. You have to give up, probably the same type of package as you would for Frankie Montez. Cost Peraza and Luis Hill probably, and some other prospects. I mean, you have to give up at least that for Snell, but he's worth looking into. Plesac, oh God, G-Man, if there's any way you can get Jose Ramirez and Plesac from the Guardians, it would cost a ton of epic proportions, but that's something they would have to, consider. Jose Ramirez and anybody is a good trade. So, Yeah. Good one. It's a good one, man. Yankees need switch hitting, left-handed hitting. Yeah, they do. I mean, they've got a couple. Well, actually, let's see. Is Hicks their only switch hitter right now? I think so. Another lefty bat, but at what position and who's available is the question right now. You know, Patrick, the people. It got some lovely people in here, man. You got great people. This is a great crew, the 161 Mafia. And again, there's different opinions in here. People get riled up, and that's totally okay. I get a lot of trolls in here too. Don't get me wrong. I get attacked on Twitter too by trolls. So, but again, this. I mean, this to me is one of the best families out here on YouTube and baseball. So, so I appreciate that, man. But they're awesome, Patrick Broom. They're absolutely awesome and smart. Passionate, smart, knowledgeable Yankee fans. So. Would I trade Davey, Clark Schmidt, and Oswald Peraza for Frankie Montez? Yes, James. Yeah, I think that's probably what it's going to cost. Peraza, I mean, I think, they're waiting for a high-end Yankee prospect, and Peraza is probably the most expendable one at this point because they have so many other guys like him at that position. So, yeah, most definitely. So, I do think I don't think they're done yet, Randy. He is and I am. And it doesn't sound like they're done. So, but if they are, they are, but it doesn't sound like they are. This is when Cashman will work some crazy magic. So, GJ Rocco 97, you're a Jays fan. Well, you got a hell of a team, man. A hell of a freaking team. Well, you can root for the Yankees when they're not playing the Blue Jays. So, in the meantime, I like watching the Jays. They're a fun team. I mean, that team scares the hell out of me. The Blue Jays. I wouldn't trade Hill as I mean, if you can get him without trading Hill, then yeah, I would trade Medina over Hill at this point. Any chance we can get rid of Chapman and get something back? You probably would have to attach a high-end prospect to Chapman in order to get a team to assume most of the money. He's got $18 million left on his deal, and you'd have to you'd have to attach a high-end prospect to him for a team to take that salary. And there are teams. I mean, the Dodgers lost Kenley Jansen. There are other teams that might be willing to pay for the guy. And again, you take whatever prospects you can get. So, Yankee by nature. You're a troll, dude? Well, just behave and we won't have to get you out of here. They might as well start closing off a section in the hospital for the Yankees. They better not, Ludin. But I hear you. I hear what you're saying, man. Yeah, I mean, I'm with you, Walk. They need another starting pitcher, a quality starting pitcher, no doubt about it. It's just, and that, when the Yankees had a good 1 through 5, even if they were, a good 2 and 3 to go along with a 1, they were at their best when they had at least 3 very, very dependable pitchers. They don't have that right now. It's Cole, and then everything else is up in the air. So hopefully Montgomery stays healthy and keeps moving forward. Severino, we don't know what to expect, but his velocity looked good the other day. So, another starting pitcher. They always have pitching injuries every single year, so you can never have too much of that depth. So, Tyler Talbot, Yankees Twitter is something. It's a different beast. It's a different beast. Trolling this week. I agree with that word, Lifer. I agree with that. Yeah, they need a new training staff. Well, they modified some of it, but there are some guys I would, be moving on from too. I think they need a team that's gives some good flexibility and injury prevention stuff, and there's definitely ways to get better. So, GARDNER to the Jays hasn't happened yet, but the Jays reached out to him. Sounds like they're interested in signing him. So, and Brands, trolls definitely come with the internet. And trading Peraza I wouldn't trade him if I didn't have to. That's for sure, Yankee by nature. I don't think Howard pony up the cash against Soto. Well, then they're going to have about $130 million off the books when Soto's a free agent, Hirsch. So it's just something to keep in mind. But they're hoping to make us, they probably are. And then you have, like guys like Everson Pereira, and then this other kid, Brandon Maye, who they're projected to sign next year, in 2023. But we'll see. We'll see. Rolling Cannoli, there's no way the Yankees are going to be last place. No. I would be shocked. Do I think Jays will? I don't think they'll trade for Jose Ramirez. I don't think so. I would be surprised. But again, they have the pieces to get him. So, Peraza's too close. Yeah, I mean, you can need a legitimate frontline number 2 if you're going to give a Peraza. Oh, somebody threw out a super chat here. Where did it go? John Butts, thank you very much, man, for the generous donor, man. It's a little gift from me. I appreciate that. Highly appreciated and talented. Thank you, man. I appreciate you guys too. Also an awesome family, man. God bless you. God bless you too, man. God bless you too. Family first. You got to take care of them, man. No doubt about it. And if I can get to the point where I can turn this into a full-time income, I would love to do it. So, stay home and talk baseball every day. This and teaching martial arts, I'm a happy dude. Happy dude. But thank you again, John Butts. I appreciate that, bro. Zapped, yeah. Zapped good too, no doubt. No doubt, Ola. Yes, indeed. Zapped a timeout. Like, damn right, man. Right, Udo, right, Ola? That's right, man. Got the 2 enforcers here, man. Trolls get out of line. The bouncers take care of business, man. I do cheer for the Yankees when my home team is not playing. Yeah, man. I kind of do the same. I want the Blue Jays to win. I just don't want them to beat the Yankees. So, but it is what it is. Tyreek Hill was traded to the. Yeah, I saw that. And the AFC East. I mean, this another weapon in the AFC East. I have Jets, and the Jets actually offered their 2 second-round picks, their 3rd-round pick, and something else. And the team accepted it, but Tyreek Hill actually overruled the team, and he chose the Dolphins. So they had higher picks to offer, but the Dolphins gave them more picks. So, luck on Conforto. I mean, Conforto's an option, but I don't know. I mean, he can. There's a lot of teams he can go to. The Cubs can go to the Rockies. He can go to a bunch of other teams too. So I think he'll get. At the end of the day, I think he'll get probably a 3-year deal. But again, I mean, I'm hoping these guys sign too soon because they're not going to have any time to get ready for the season. So, is there a good close like Mariano in Yankees pipeline? I don't know, man. Well, Johnny Lasagna is really, really good, and the Mariano. It's hard to compare anybody to Mariano Rivera. He's just he's the greatest of all time. So it's really, really hard to. We didn't even know he was that good. He was a starter that failed as a starter, and then he turned him into a bullpen, and the rest was all history. So. Lasagna is definitely a closer in the waiting, man. If you can move Chappie, you got Lasagna there. You also got Chad Green, you got Clay Holmes, you got a bunch of other guys. Jimmy Cordero, this ground ball pitcher that they brought in. You got plenty of guys. So, and at the end of the season, Chapman and Britton are likely off the books permanently. So that'll be $30+ million coming off as well. So the only way to get Jose Ramirez to trade Peraza, Green, Torres, Schmidt, and Chapman, and you have to lock him up for you. Would have probably cost more than that, Mazza, but if you can get him for that, you do that yesterday, baby. AJ Burnett. I hear you, man. He was very inconsistent, but I like the fact that he put the Yankees back. He won Game 2 of the World Series against Pedro, so he brought him back into the game, back into the series. So I appreciate that. He also pitched the game that Derek Jeter got his 3,000th hit. He was the starting pitcher that day. No, Duke, man. Oh God. Justin Steele. He's the guy I mentioned the other day, Justin Steele, in my video. Yeah. No, it's all good, Jay. I mean, it's all good, man. Happy to talk baseball. That's what it is. It's a baseball channel. I mean, obviously most of the talk is Yankees, but I'm happy to talk other teams too. Maz, I think he can get moved, Sean Murphy, man. I know that the Padres inquired into Wilson Contreras and Sean Murphy too. So I would watch out for them. He's likely to get moved. It's going to cost a lot though. 4 years of controllable salary is gold in these, in this era. Absolute gold. So Clay Holmes is disgusting. He's really, really good. So, and Chapman is dominant, but he chokes at the worst time, which is unfortunate. So trolls are good. Don't worry, man. If you have trolls in, I hear you, Gabs. It comes with the territory, so it's all good. Tom Hankey. Oh my God, I remember him. I don't know if he was better than Mariano Rivera, Paul Phone, but he was good. Jets picks were rated better. Yeah, it was a higher value. They were like a 1,200 plus for the point system, and the Dolphins return was like 11 something. But Tyreek at the end of the day picked the Dolphins over the Jets. So, Yeah, 2-0 they got there. So we'll see. We'll see. They got to beat them. So yeah, Mariano for once in a generation closer, no doubt about it, man. Oh, thank you, Josh Sherman. Thank you so much for the dono too, man. I missed the days of the place setters like Ricky. Oh God, Ricky was fantastic, man. One of the best leadoff hitters, if not the greatest leadoff hitter of all time. That guy was so stinking good, and he had that scoop catch. He was very entertaining with the Yankees. Imagine Ronald Acuna. Oh God, Acuna would be beast. Do I think there will be another in terms of the durability thing? Playing that many consecutive games, probably not in at least in our lifetime. That was, yeah, you had Lou Gehrig, and then like almost 60 or 70 years later, you had Cal Ripken. So I think it'll probably be the same type of thing. Guys are they're more athletic, but they're more prone to getting hurt now. So, and then that guy was just, I don't know how he played that many games consecutively. I really don't. Hill and Garcia. Yeah, I mean, it's nice to see these guys improving, man. I mean, and we need Hill to improve. We need Davey to improve, right? And we need these other guys to keep getting better. So, because we have a lot of depth, but it's been suspect over the last couple of years, unreliable depth. That's just why I keep saying bring in another starting pitcher, maybe two, because they always have issues, whether it's injuries or guys being not reliable. It always happens. It always happens, man. Josh, thank you again, man. I appreciate it. We want Soto. I hear Randy. Soto would be crazy here. The Contreras. Yeah, I don't get the Contreras 80. He's got 1 year control left, but like he's an upgrade over Gary Sanchez. He's a good game caller and he's a better defender. So his offensive upside isn't as high, but we don't need it to be up high. We just need somebody behind the plate, behind the dish who the pitchers don't have to worry about, and that's a big thing. So I think the Yankees get a pitcher. I just don't know which one. Yankee fan, Aaron Small. I remember him. Didn't he go 14-0 or something like that here? Davey. Yeah, I saw. I mean, Davey. He looked good today. I haven't seen him average. Look that good in a couple of years, man. So, he looked good. I was happy. Sean Chacon. Oh my God, yeah. Yeah. He was good. How soon would I trade Judge? If he doesn't agree to an extension, Connor, well, if you mean by doesn't agree, if he turns it down, I'm on the phone the minute he turns it down. I'll trade him in 24 hours if he turns it down. So if they don't come to an agreement, that's a different story. But if they have to offer him one. They have to. And then it's up to him to say yes or no. If he says no, I move him immediately. I do not wait at all. Yeah, the Yankees had a lot of those dependable, just pitchers who came out of nowhere, man. Chelsea Rocco, man. Anytime, have a great night, man. Always welcome here. Yankees, I think they'll be sneaky good too, Eric. I think they're going to be better than people are giving them credit for. Yeah, I know, it stinks. I put out a video on that too. They're keeping the ghost runner. There's a new thing with they call it the Shohei Otani Rule, where essentially if a pitcher comes in and he gets knocked out of the game, he can stay in the game as DH if he was the DH already. So like a Shohei Otani can give up 10 runs in 2 innings, and he can still stay in the game as the DH even after he's out of the game. So that's new, and they call it the Shohei Otani Rule because I think he's going to be the only guy that's affected by it right now. So, Guidry, man, oh God, yeah, Louisiana Lightning, freaking! I watched that 18 strikeout game so many times. Loved him. John Boy's on Hot Stove. Yeah, I want to give a congratulations to John Boy too. They've officially partnered with the Yes Network. They're going to be doing Yankee stuff. So that's awesome for them. Big opportunity. So hopefully they do a great job. But that's pretty cool that they're on Hot Stove. They're definitely making a name for themselves. That's for sure. That's for sure. So good for them. Good. I had Dan Rourke, who's Yankees Avenue. He's affiliated with John Boy too. I've had him on here. He's got a great channel too, Yankees Avenue. So. John Boy's doing their thing. They're doing their thing, so be kind of cool. It's impressive. I'm impressed. Tyler Talbot, another one, bro. Thank you so much again, bro. Yankees got Jose Ramirez and Zach Plesac. Austin Hedges for Peraza, Torres, Medina, Clark Schmidt, Davey, Randy Vasquez. If they can get those 3 guys for that package, I would sign up for it right now. Right freaking now. That to me is a Yankee team friendly trade. I don't have any problem with that. Damn. It's a sexy trade in terms of return for the Yankees. That's for sure. No doubt about it. All has the bouncer, him, Udall, they take care of business. Hirsch, they take care of business here. Oh, Tyler, thank you again, bro. We're gonna just, exactly, LT in Japan. If we could stay healthier, just be more disciplined at the plate, run better bases. The Yankees could be surprisingly and play better against the Orioles. The Orioles beat them 8 times last year. They were 11-8. If they won one more game against Baltimore, who they traditionally own, then they wouldn't have had to play that wild card game against Boston. They would have played Tampa directly in playoffs, and then you never know what could happen. So they have to play better against the Baltimore Orioles this year. That's for sure. No. Let's shoot Mark Brown 8888. Judge Stanton. Yes, they do 100%, man. 100%. Yankees hot stove starting soon. Yeah, man. Facts. Yeah, I won't keep you guys on that long tonight, so maybe we'll cut it at 11, and we'll go from there. Because I don't want you guys missing the hot stove, man. Could sign up for that. I should instantly tell you. I actually want to go see what Derek said about the Yankees potentially making more moves. I want to go back and watch the Stanton and Cole interviews as well. See if I get any insight from them. But you're definitely going to get a video tomorrow about this New York City vaccine thing once it's out and I get some accurate intel. I'll definitely put out a video on that. There's no doubt about it. John Boy's getting too corporate. Yeah, I mean I hope they don't go too corporate, Marcus. I hope that they stick like baseball. But I get that. That's a concern too. Which when you partner up with a conglomerate like Yes, they might have to toe a certain line and things like that. And I hope they just stay authentic. So, but I agree with you, 100%. Posada was fantastic. He was an underappreciated catcher. He really was. That's right, Randy. That's right, man. New York, baby. New York. It's a fact, baby. Tried the Big Mac and apple pie. Dude, Muskie, right? Seriously, right? It's the once-a-year plan. It's like the to die for cheat meal. It's so freaking good. I'm glad you tried it. Cheers for Muskie, man. Holla out for Muskie, man. I appreciate that, bro. Got a couple of more Big Mac and apple pie disciples here. Ola did it, and I'm telling you, we're gonna start a movement. I'm telling you, it's gonna be phenomenal. The John Boy Yankee shit. Yeah, no, I hear you, Hirsch. I hear you. They're doing their thing. Everybody has their own niche and does their style and stuff like that. But they're partnering with Yes. It's a big opportunity for them. So I wish congratulations to those guys. So, I hope to be as big as they are one day. But I'm gonna keep, kind of doing our thing here. So, and maybe it'll blow up. We'll see. I'm good either way. My gang is here. The mob is here. We're chilling. I am doing homework on merch right now too. So I've had a lot of requests for merch, and now that we're over 10K, it's going to be coming sooner than later. So I'll keep you updated on that too. Trade for Sean Manaea. Yeah, I mean, Michael, yeah, I mean, he's got 1 year before he's a free agent. I mean, I think, and I agree with you. If they trade for Manaea, you give him a couple-year extension. You trade for Montes, you give him a couple-year extension. Yeah, don't give up that much prospect capital if you're not going to extend them. So I'm with you there 100%. And I do, yeah, Brett, I'm with you too. I think Helen Cash would look foolish for not signing a pitcher. So I really hope that they do. I really, really do. So, Mark Brown, thank you, man. I appreciate the kind words, bro. Really do. What are we getting here? Amir Adams, yeah. Yes, I'm telling you, Udo, I agree. It's almost like he's being bought off to stop this mandate. And he's going to get blowback. He's going to get blowback. There's no doubt about it, man. Molly's in the house. Diehard Yankee fan since 1996. I love it. That's their first, when they started that dynasty again, that's the first World Series they won. So 96, 98, 99, 2000, 2009. But welcome. It's always have to get in. There's a lot of Yankee fans in Connecticut. I like Connecticut, by the way. My wife go up there to Mystic. We go up to Mystic and we kind of work out. We actually go to Newport, Rhode Island, and I kind of drive back down. We do Mystic Pizza, and we just love going through Connecticut. And I had a couple of friends out there, and like, was it Ridgefield and Greenwich and stuff like that. So I like Connecticut. So welcome. Cole, I don't think he's gonna hear. Well, oh yeah, boy, they'll be in Fenway. Yeah, they're definitely gonna razz him at Fenway, no doubt about it. He's gonna get shit there at Fenway. Oh, somebody threw out a dono here. Where did it go? Eric Hansen, thank you so much for the generous dono, man. Jays fan, I have high hopes for this season. Love your channel, Q. Thank you very much, man. I will definitely keep it up. I think your team is going to be really, really good. And they are fun to watch. Bo, Vlad, like that, just it's a scary lineup, man. And they got a lot better in the starting rotation, too. So, again, that's the team that worries me the most. Out of all the teams in baseball, the Jays worry me the most. So, Randy, it's coming, man. Merch is coming. A lot of different. You have ideas, man. Put them out there, Randy. I want to see, what's the most popular idea and stuff like that. So, yeah, Eric, thank you again. So I appreciate the generosity, man. And yeah, the Blue Jays are gonna be really freaking good, really freaking good. Manet is probably more likely to be moved, yeah, because he's got 1 year left. So Montez, he's got 2, so I can see them, building around him with all these young kids and stuff like that. So, and they wind up moving him next year, but. If I were them, I'd be moving him now with 2 years to go. It would be fantastic, Hirsch, if Volpe and Peraza were the real deal. 100%, man. 100 freaking percent. Ooh, approaching 200 likes. I want to get over that. That's awesome. Thank you, guys. Would have gotten blowback if someone like Judge couldn't play due to the mandate. Yeah, well, I mean, it's yummy. I get what you're saying. It's just, I mean, Judge is. I get it, but again, it's this is my thing too. And being from New York City, it's a highly condensed area, tightly packed, and he's got 9 million people to protect. So that's kind of the reason for the mandate thing, so like that. So, but like stopping the mandate, all of a sudden you get $5 million coming into your coffers. It stinks of corruption. It really does. But again, that's politics, man. So I know a lot of people want to see Judge, and I get so, and I want to see Judge too, but I hope it doesn't backfire. But he will get blowback. He's going to get some. He's going to get it. He's going to get it. No doubt about it. Yeah, the Yankees are not cheap, John. Their payroll is the 3rd highest in baseball. So, just they've been stuck with so many onerous contracts, and one of the problems is, it's been better the last 5 years. They started drafting much better, but they had terrible drafting and developing players, so they had to sign guys to big contracts. So it's hamstrung them for years, and they're trying to now. They have an opportunity to infuse some really, really highly touted prospects if they keep progressing with some of these guys. So they'll have much more balance on this payroll and team really soon. So, and again, they have $100+ million coming off the next 3-4 years, so they have a lot more flexibility anyway. But like. I hope they continue doing what they're doing, drafting better and developing better so they have more opportunity to get young players in this roster, kind of like the Blue Jays have done, the Rays and some of these other teams, the Dodgers, and then you mix them with some highly touted players. But that's one of the things the Yankees, did not do themselves favors for like a decade. Now they're kind of remedying it. They're just a couple years behind. So, but yeah, 250 something it's not cheap in my opinion. It's just not the best balance in that lineup, in that roster. Yeah, that cheating story, Randy. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. I mean, the fact that Randy Levine said if it goes public, it's going to tarnish their reputation. That to me is troubling. So if he said that, so I hope it's not the case, but we'll see. I really do. Wesneski and Wallachuk look good. Yeah, they have some good-looking prospects, man. They have mismanaged their payroll for like the past decade, Joey. They're starting to get out of it, but again, and they have to give big contracts to certain guys, but. With the they've just made a ton of bad moves, and they haven't developed enough guys. Which again, they're remedying it now, but they're still a couple of years behind. So, A's could trade Montez at the day. I could see him being traded at the deadline too, more than this season. Tyler, I'm with you there too. Cashman's fault, 20 plus. Man, it's partly his fault, yeah. I mean, if he's hamstrung by Hal Steinbrenner too, it's partly Hal's fault. So I think they need to own. They both got to own this one. Torres come by, and it would be nice. I hope he has a big year. I really do. Because once that comes, he'll leave if they don't pay him what he's worth. He said he wants to. Doesn't mean he will leave. Yeah, exactly, Smartel. Exactly. Nobody complained when they brought in Chapman or Britton. Yeah, it was the right move to do at the time. This is just unfortunate. This is unfortunate now. I mean, Chapman is not the Chapman that they brought him in, and Britton's going to miss the whole year. So it's part of the territory. It's part of the territory, Richard. Unfortunately, so. But yeah, I mean, either way, they'll both be off the books at the end of the season. So they're going to have to figure out, how to make it work the best they can with Chapman. So. You will see, James. I hope not. I hope it's not a big deal. Oh, God, yeah, Ludin. I want to see 28 in my lifetime, too. Damn right. Getting rid of Buhner now makes our prospects so much positive. Yeah. Oh, God, Buhner. Buhner for Ken Phelps. That just... that one killed me, man. That one killed me. Tommy Pham. Pham go to the Reds, dude? What? Get out of here. Let me see. If that's true, after the live, I gotta put out a video for the morning. Did that one just pop up? Maybe he would be a decent fit in Cincinnati, that's for sure. It's nothing yet in Major League MLBTradeRumors.com, which generally is one of the first things to pop up. But if Tommy Pham goes to the Reds, man, good for him. And he's older. He's 34, but he's still an athletic, scrappy player, man. So I would not mind him here at all. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, you're right, Billy. Spring training feels so much better not having. Yeah, it's just the Yankees needed a shifting of philosophy, Jack, and they definitely wanted to get a more disciplined team at the plate and better defense, and they've done that. The moves are not flashy, but think about it. Last year, the starting outfield was the left fielder was Clint Frazier. Now it's Gallo. The catcher was Sanchez. Now it's a couple of guys, right? Rortvedt and Higgy. Third base last year was Gio. It's Donaldson. Shortstop last year, I think it might have been Andrew. They had Andrew Velasquez there, and it's one of the guys. Now it's kind of Falefa. So they've gotten better. First base was Jay Bruce. Now it's Anthony Rizzo. So remember their playoff game, that wild card game that they played, they had like Velasquez and was it Odor and maybe Tyler Wade, 3 starters. So it's going to be held. The lineup's going to be deeper this year. That's for sure. Oh. So I'm hearing more people saying Pham to the Reds. All right. It hasn't popped up yet, but I believe you guys. Eric Clariot, thanks so much for the super chat, man. Thank you. When does Cash get held accountable for this process? Well, he's on his last year right now, Eric, of his contract. So I'm curious. Reds to sign Tommy Pham. It's up now. I'd be surprised. I mean, I'm really curious to see whether they're going to extend him or not. That's going to be an interesting one to me. He's on his last year. So again, they extended Boone. Would I be surprised if they extended Cashman? No. But like, who was the GM that might be available and interested is my question. It's my question. Yeah, Pham is out. Yeah, Pham is in Cincinnati. So it's official now. It's right. Reds to sign Tommy Pham, MLBTradeRumors.com. It's starting to trend on Twitter too. It's right. Yeah, I have a feeling at the end. This is one Hal's going to work hard for. And again, could be one reason why they didn't make some other moves, because they wanted to have enough money to extend Judge. And I get it. I totally get it. So, but we'll see until it happens, and hasn't happened yet. So, but at the end of the day, I think Cashman will probably wind up staying. I just don't know who the hell they're going to replace him with. Epstein would be fantastic. I just don't know if he's an MLB executive right now, like big time. So I don't know if he would come back and GM a team. But again, who never know? You never know. He touched Red Sox and Cubs, turning both to gold. So Cashman making a trade tonight would be nice. It would be really nice. I'd like to wake up tomorrow knowing the Yankees made a trade. So Willie McGee. Exactly. Willie McGee. The Yankees drafted like Fred McGriff too, man. Like, but again, they can't make big splashes every year. Just like Christopher says, he's absolutely right. 7/2/25 with a team option. That would be a nice number, Richard. I'm interested too, Tyler, to see where Conforto goes. But again, Christopher, Epstein, I think he's at a high level now. I don't know if he would step back down to be a GM. Same to you, Molly. Thanks for hanging out with us. I appreciate you. Have a great night as well. Udall. Luden, thank you so much for the generous super chat, bro. Thank you. How funny is it that this team can't even win with cheating? We can't even cheat correctly. We are down so bad, it's not even funny. I hope it's so. I hope so too, Luden. But I will say I was happy with their performance tonight. It shows the potential of this team, and they had a lot of their lineup in there tonight. So I feel better after seeing that lineup tonight. It was a very clean win. So McGriff was blocked by Manning. They had Mike Lowell too. They had a lot of guys, man. A lot of them. Kane, yeah. Yeah, it's a low-pressure environment, too, for Tommy Pham. That's a good pickup for the Reds. Yeah, Jason, I agree. It's got to be a combination of Hal and Cashman being held accountable. Kevin Moss was blocking it. Kevin Moss had that 1 year. I think it was the year that Mattingly got hurt, and he hit like a bunch of home runs, but then he fell off the face of the earth. So it's kind of like the 1990s version of Greg Bird, unfortunately. Carl, thank you very much as well. It's a pleasure, and you have a great night too, man. Trey Alexander, welcome. I keep up with prospects, yeah. Trey, so I never called him the next Mike Trout or the next Mickey Mantle. I think it's an unfair thing to do right now, but I think he's got the skills to really, really get up there. And if they nurture him the right way, and I think he'll be really, really good. But I think he projects better at a corner outfielder, because his body size is thick. So even though Mike Trout is thick and this kid's fast, he reminds me of Mike Trout. I wouldn't anoint him the next Mike Trout, but I see him having a pretty solid career. I think him pretty good. But yeah, I'm stopping short of the next Mike Trout, and the next Mickey Mantle is just like insane. Like Mickey Mantle's Mickey Mantle. But I think he'll be better, Trey, if that answers your question. I think he's going to improve still, but they have to take their time with him. He's only 19. So Torres, I like that opposite field home run. So, he seems to be okay, Michael. He hit that opposite field home run tonight. He seems to be okay. I hope he's okay. No Andrew Heaney. Yeah, he got bombed. Was it yesterday? He was in there with Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler pitched for like 4 innings, gave up 2 runs, and then Andrew Heaney came in. I think he threw 2 innings and gave up like 6 runs. He got pounded, and the Dodgers paid $8 million for him. So, yeah, Pham was signed as a free agent, 2 years. I did see that, Shamir. He could have caught that ground ball. I saw that too, and I even told my wife, he could have caught that freaking ball. Those are the types of plays that frustrate me about Torres, which is why, DJ is a superior second baseman than Torres is. So, but I did see that. Brett, thank you so much, Brett Deutsch, man. I like the lineup defensive moves you made, but pitching is still going to be. Yes, sir, it is. Front office, depending on way too many unknowns. You're absolutely right. I'm still of the opinion, and I'm strong with it, that they need to bring in another starting pitcher one way or another, Brett. But thank you again for that generous super chat. I appreciate that, man. But you're absolutely right. Starting pitching. They need another pitcher, maybe even another reliever, but at the very least, a starting pitcher. Militello. I remember that, Edwin Ng. I remember him. Mm-hmm. Imagine they did not sign Teixeira and got Mike Trout. That would be, man. That'd be crazy, Michael. If Trout was here, man, would have been awesome. Would have been awesome. Miggy's fragile. Yes, he is. I see them moving Miggy in the next week or so. Not going to get a lot. It doesn't cost that much, but he'll get a prospect or two. Fernando, peace, man. Thanks for coming by. Thanks for hanging out with us, man. Yankees are a big if. All those things happen. We can. Yeah, the same thing goes for Toronto. They have to stay healthy to perform. They're the most deep lineup on paper. Deep roster on paper. But on paper, again, doesn't mean you're going to stay healthy. So Boston's got Chris Sale's already out for a while because he has a fractured rib. So he's he's not going to be ready. All they have left behind him is essentially native oldie, and then it's really a lot of question marks after that. So they need him to come back. No. Eric Clary was a new cheater. Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys that just Eric Gigello they got from Notre Dame, and like he got picked in the first round just ahead of Aaron Judge. It was him, Ian Clark, and Aaron Judge in the first round. They had 3 first-round picks that year, and only one of them worked out, Judge. Torres, I mean, I think the better he plays, Tone, and the better, the more appealing he might be in a trade. So I'm with you there. And guys, thank you everybody for the super chats, man. Chris, have a great night. We'll definitely see you on Saturday. This is why I'm a big proponent of having a lot of depth, particularly at pitcher, so they can withstand injuries. Ruth, Gehrig, Mantle, Willie Mays, and Clemente, yeah. Even Ted Williams, too. Should be off limits when comparing. Yeah, I mean, that's why people say Shohei Otani is Babe Ruth. Like, come on. Shohei Otani had 1 magical year. Babe Ruth had like 20 consecutive magical years. So, it's a little different. Like, Babe Ruth is on a whole nother planet, in my opinion. So, but there's no denying Otani's gifted. So, Tone, and I'm not worried about what Cole. I mean, Cole wasn't all 100% in the playoffs, so I'm not really worried about Cole. He's healthy now, and he looks pretty good. So, past is the past. Brian Taylor is another one. He was the highest. He was the number 1 pick for the Yankees in the whole entire draft. He was the highest touted pitching prospect in like a half a century, and then he got into a bar fight protecting his brother, who was being attacked, and then he tore his rotator cuff maybe and his labrum. He just destroyed his pitching shoulder, and he was never the same after that. It's unfortunate, but that's what happened to him. 194 likes. Yeah, we're getting there. Almost at 200 likes, guys. Almost at 200. Yankees got. I think LeMahieu's contract is a steal too. I really do. So Brian Taylor pitch up in Albany. Hershaw. That's pretty cool, man. Unfortunately, I wish he wasn't. I wish he never got hurt, man. Yeah, exactly, FJ. Exactly. Andre Robertson, another one. Cash trade for Didi. Cash trade for Didi was a sneaky good trade, man. Yeah, that's my fear, too. The Kluber's going to turn into a stud with Tampa. Oh, Brian Taylor threw 100 miles an hour effortlessly with this. He was like a Randy Johnson and Roger Clemens combined. He was a freak, and then unfortunately that happened, man. It's terrible luck. I would not trade for Didi now, Robert. Not with the guy. We don't need to now because they've got kind of Falefa, and he looks good. There's no need to trade for Didi. I don't think they have a Staten Island team anymore, Billy. If I remember correctly, there's no more Staten Island Yankees. GM who's hungry. Yeah, I mean, a different perspective, a different type of GM. If it's not Cashman, will be good. Can Otani eat 12 hot dogs and drink 6 beers and 300? Exactly. That's why Babe was like almost a big fat slob. He also swung like a 50-ounce bat. It was 20 ounces heavier than the bats the guys use today. It's like a tree trunk. Dairy Farmer, it's good to have you on, man. Thank you for coming by. It was like a tree stump, man. Unbelievable. He's a big dude too, Babe Ruth, but like he didn't look like these guys. But he was, to me, he was the god of baseball. Not even close. Charlie Hayes, guy that made the last out in the 96 World Series. Babe was a player with the ladies. Yeah, he was. There was a womanizer, man. Yes, sir. 200 likes, man. Let's get to that. We got 1 left. 1 left, baby. Never hit the ground with that bat. Oh, yeah. I'd be curious to see how he does against some of these guys today. I really would. But then you had guys back then, Walter Johnson, some of the guys, they threw harder than DeGrom. So, but it's just, and they also had center field at 490 feet in Yankee Stadium. 490 feet, which is nuts. And these guys were hitting bombs left and right. Like, and Lou Gehrig, too, he was just like a block of granite, man. He could have played for one of Vince Lombardi's football teams, Lou Gehrig. So, that guy was solid, man. If Gleyber has a good spring, the Yankees probably, unless they have some big trade that he's working on. So, Cabrine is not sure. Cabrine is a different story. Cabrine's a different story. Yeah, man. I appreciate all the likes, guys. Walter the Freight Train Johnson. He was a beast. A beast. So, Mr. Eric, no, I get you. Fine is okay. I want him to be better than Fine. I want them to be better than Fine. So I would still bring in another starter just in case. Gary went to Columbia University. That's right. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. DiMaggio was jealous of Mantle. Never told him about the drainage in the outfield. That's why he moved to first. I did not know that, Udall. That's crazy. Yankees need to keep their. No, I mean, Ira, they have like 5 now in the pipeline. So, I mean, I could see one of them being moved, but I think they're, waiting to see how well Peraza and Volpe and then pan out to see. Because these guys are also versatile. They can play other infield positions too. So, that's cool. Kid, tell me where they're. Biscuit Pants. Marcus, is that really? Is that right? Lou Gehrig's name. Joe Pepitone. First hair dry. I could see that too. He was like, "You watch the hair, man. What the fuck?" John Travolta from Saturday Night Fever. Yeah, Gehrig was very smart, engineering degree. Keep in mind, a lot of these guys too joined them, like Ted Williams, DiMaggio. They missed 3 years of baseball to fight in the war in the 40s. Like, ridiculous. And they came back and like as if nothing happened, right back to where they were. It was absolutely amazing. A lot of these guys. Oh, live right down the road from Bobby Rich. That's pretty cool. Right now, he looks like the real deal, Roderick Arias. He does. Yeah, Babe at 340. He also averaged 19 wins per year as a pitcher in his first 5 years. I think he was like, I don't know if I remember, it was like 90 something and 20 or 90 and 30. It's ridiculous. So, crazy. Volpe future first stuff. Peraza's third base. Correa second. Sweeney first. Who else? Could be. It could be, Michael. They have a lot of good prospect capital right now. And it's been a while since they've had this many good prospects that are that highly rated. Volpe has speed, yes. And the dude hustles too. So does Peraza. So does Oswaldo Cabrera. They all have speed and they hustle. They run hard and they play hard, which is good. They don't need Billy Hamilton's speed, but the way that they play is a really, really good tangible. Sweeney's another one who moved quickly. He's got a beautiful swing. Next core 4, yeah, something like that. Hanky right nature, that's right. Oswaldo Carrera, he looks another one. Like a Robinson, exactly. Hit that grand slam yesterday. He's a good-looking hitter. He's got a sweet swing. Jason Long, have a great night, man. I'm going to wrap it up in like a minute too, guys. We do need speed. And the hustle, we absolutely need. The only guy we have with speed and hustle right now is kind of Falefa. We need more guys like that. So, Mark Watson's here. What's good, man? No, we're just waiting for Yankees. We're just wrapping up and waiting for the Yankees to. I'm hearing chatter that the Yankees are going to be making some moves in the next couple of days. So we'll see what happens there. They still need a catcher, need a first baseman. A catcher and a starting pitcher. So we'll see what happens. They're in the market for both. So and we're going to get some news tomorrow in the New York City private sector vaccine mandates. I'll be putting out a video on that, Mark, and you'll get some intel there too. So. Some stuff coming out. Man. Mark Brown, thank you, man. I appreciate that. The kind words from everybody, man. But let's wrap it up here. I've admitted to Scranton. I have seen Scranton Baby Bombers. Yeah, I actually did Scranton, and I did the Little League World Series. What the hell was it in Williamsport? Kind of in the same, not the same week, whatever. But I saw both of them in a short period of time. Thinking of Jordan's, well, there's a couple of apparently Stanton's interview today and Cole's interview alluded to this. There might be some more moves coming. We do know on MLBTradeRumors.com all over that the Yankees have already officially reached out to Wilson Contreras, the Cubs, to see what it would cost to get Contreras. So, and the news is already out. Eric Adams from New York City is making some kind of announcement tomorrow on the mandate. So a lot of stuff to be reported in the next couple of days. So with that. Roderick Arias is another one, Michael. So highly touted international prospect. So adding to that pipeline. That pipeline's fantastic, man. But I'm definitely going to keep it rocking and rolling, Randy. But have a great night, everybody. Thank you guys for coming on and your support. And we'll definitely see you on Saturday night. So hopefully you can all join us. And but any news that comes out in the next couple of days, you are going to get it. So have a great night, everybody. And thank you again. Padres. Yeah, Padres want Contreras. They're going to be a tough one. But We love you guys too, Mark, man. Thank you, man. Peace and love, guys. Over and out.